everyone, welcome back to UFO UAP First Contact with me, Lad from the Woods. Alright, I want to talk about, this one's going to be about crimes against humanity that the American government, Canadian government have been committing against all of us. Now, I'm not going to speak to English or Britain or France or any other country simply because I'm not from those countries. I'm from the United States and I'm from Canada. So bottom line is, after listening to David Grush and of course, all the usual folks that I listen to and learn stuff from and whatever have you, it comes to me that this is really illegal, what they're doing. I saw that Chris Lato the other day in the Lato Files was quite upset. He should be. He's an F-16 pilot, well, former F-16 pilot. And he, like most military, if you call him a hero, he'll simply insist that he's not. But to me, anybody that can serve and serve well like he did is somebody that is a hero. And it upsets him. I mean, it really upsets him about the idea that the Air Force is hiding the UFO reality from us and so forth. And I don't blame him. I mean, those were his people. Those were his leaders. Those were his, Air Force generals, whatever it is they have. And of course, he's protecting himself against this nonsense, meaning, it's like, hey, these are real. We know they're real. And of course, his buddies that haven't come out, I'm sure he feels protective of them. And then he feels, Chris feels, an obligation to talk to all of us about it because of who he used to be or, is in a way. I mean, I don't think him as an F-16 pilot is ever going to change. I mean, that's always in your heart. It's like me as a biker. I may not ride anymore, but my heart's still there, okay? Anyways, so he was quite upset. I guess YouTube took the video down and everything. I'm not sure exactly what that all came to or why, but, that's his business, not mine. But I do agree with him. This is crimes against humanity. The Canadian government's doing it. The American government's doing it. First of all, what right does any government on this planet have the right not to tell me or the other 7 billion humans on this planet that there is life, an alien life visiting here and out there and so on and so forth? Who are these people to decide that for us? Yes, they can decide things like, military stuff, whatever, because we vote for all that. But we've never voted to have, the alien life question. So, to me, that's not a thing you vote for because it's not just the United States or England or Brazil or Canada or whatever. It's a whole world thing because them up there or here are not looking at our little continents with all the little states and all the different things. They just look at it as one great big planet, which is how we should be looking at it. But we are with the reality that we are. So, first of all, these people don't have the right to do that. And I think the entire human race should rise up and really freak out about this. United Nations, everything. Now, I know there's a lot going on in the world with the Russian-Ukraine situation and 100 other situations ongoing, on any given day. But this is like really important, okay? Had this technology been revealed to us in public so that other scientists could have been looking at the situation, somebody like Bob Lazar could have continued his work and all the rest of it, but they were so worried about secrecy and everything, they completely shot themselves in the foot. And I mean, just over and over and over again, you'd think they'd learn. What's that saying that Einstein said, insane is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. This is what these UFO highway, Area 51, all of it. Okay, first of all scientists should have a crack at this just because it's their human right. But if you really want to reverse engine things, you really want to understand, you really want to, well, your little cadre of U.S. Army, U.S. Navy, U.S. Air Force, whatever, your little military and industrial complex cadre of scientists haven't gotten it done in, what, 90 years now, we're told? Okay, so let's let all the big guys, you know, the Harvard guys and Oxford University guys and people here, and I mean, when I say guys, women and guys, you know, but folks, you know, all the big universities, all the big, you know, Los Alamos, let those guys, you know, all of them there have at her. Call Bob Lazar back, get his ass in there. Because, I mean, you're going to need people that think outside the box. And these military people can't. They just will not think outside the box no matter what they claim. Now, this brings us to why I feel. Okay, I've never been in the military. My father has, all my uncles, you know, great-grandparents, all of it. Grandparents, the whole thing. But I've never been. But here's the thing, okay? Hang on a minute, I'm gonna drink my coffee. I'm gonna have to reheat that anyway. The U.S. Air Force, I've always believed, has refused to admit the existence of the UFOs, all the, you know, the investigations that supposedly they didn't do and all the rest of it, is because they realize they don't have command and control of the airspace above the United States or Canada or the rest of the planet for that matter. I'm not talking about Chinese, I'm not talking about Russians. They know that there's aliens flying these craft around and that we're way outclassed, and they don't have command and control. Well, that's not something those people can just live with. Ask Crispy yourself. You know, I mean, I'm sure he was taught we have command and control of the skies. Well, no, you don't. And them admitting to that is like the biggest embarrassment since the U.S. Air Force was put together. The Navy seems a little bit more, yeah, we'll kind of admit this kind of thing. So, but for them, it's different. They don't have to have command and control of all the oceans because it's different. Okay, they do anyways, pretty much. I mean, with all the aircraft carriers and everything else, but not like the Air Force is supposed to have. Okay, and you know, that's their problem, not yours or mine. Okay, I don't care what they have, what they have command or control, because they never did and they never will. You know. If the Russians launch 100 missiles this way or 1,000 missiles, you're not going to get them all. You don't have command and control, Air Force, okay? And you generals and colonels and whatever else in that Air Force, I'll agree with Chris, you're a bunch of despicable lowlifes. Because who are you to decide what I get to see and don't? My government does, but you're under the thumb of our government here in Canada and the United States. And that is not your decision. It's not your decision to keep it away from elected people in Congress and Parliament. Whether you like these organizations or not, these people have no right to withhold that information from those people. And, of course, especially us, the citizens of the world. So they're despicable. And they're lowlifes. And they don't deserve the name general or called heroes or anything. Yeah, Chris Lato, David Fravor, you know, Ryan, I can't remember Ryan's name. The other Air Force jet guy, Ryan Cosgrove? I'm sorry, Ryan, I can't remember. Anyways, those are the true heroes. Okay, but those guys want it revealed. So, I mean, to me, those are the guys that should be generals and colonels. Okay, because you don't have, it's like the religious people, the people that think aliens are demons. Well, you know what? Believe whatever you want. More power to you, guys, but you don't get to decide what I get to see, or this person or that person. They get to decide, not you. Okay, and I think that we should seriously start thinking about having congressional hearings, parliamentary hearings, and start investigations on these people and, you know, head to court with them and put them in jail. Because some of these things are treasonous against again, I'll speak for Canadians and Americans. I mean, I don't speak for them, but because this is where I'm from, okay? These people don't have the right to do what they're doing, and they're breaking laws left and right. And no, it's time for it to end. And this is, like I say, the you know, the rest of the world too. I mean, all these people out there starving, and the pollution that we're putting into the atmosphere, all this stuff. Imagine having one power unit that could supply all of Africa, you know, for power, or here, you know, we don't have to have nuclear power plants and all this stuff. So the radiation thing can be dispensed with. You know, if we have ships that, you know, we could equip that with some kind of, even a local drive that's faster than what we've got. I mean, going to asteroids and mining them and stuff like that. Feeding people around the world. You know, bringing everybody up out of poverty. And you know what? That's to our advantage, because if they're living in countries and all this technology can help us bring them out of poverty, they're not going to want to come here. They're going to stay where it's home, where they've grown up and where they live. Okay? And the only reason these places aren't as nice as North America, because they're 100 years behind, because we've kept them that way. And obviously now, with technology that we have had, okay, or do have, or we're in the midst of trying to reproduce it, whatever have you, we could change the whole calculation of the whole thing. Now, there's going to be problems. We can't let anti-gravity cars suddenly be in everybody's hand tomorrow afternoon. I mean, there has to be like a gradual thing. And you know, there are problems. Like, what happens if a terrorist gets hold of a vehicle that can get here in less than 2 seconds? You know, so I get all that. But it still doesn't give them the right. That's up for us to decide. And if it ends up being, you know, the suicide of the human race, but we've decided to work with this tech, maybe with the friends, our new friends, if they decide to help us and keep an eye on us, okay, that's one thing. But to let us loose with it on our own, they wouldn't. I don't think they're dumb enough to do that. And we would almost end up killing ourselves with it. It's just something that's way beyond, like nuclear weapons. But this is even crazier. So, but again, we come back to is that they don't decide, the world has to decide. I'm not sure how we would do that. Maybe a world congress of some type and big meeting, you know, with all the big leaders and people that are in industry, all the rest of it. No more hiding any of it. It's all out there. And okay, so what are we going to do about it? And it might take us a few years to decide, you know, which direction to go, lest we end the human race because of technology, which, you know, with AI and all that, that's a definite possibility. So anyways, this is 12 minutes. I'm going to finish it up at 15. I don't want to drive you guys too crazy, but I did have somebody recently say, listen, I like, you know, they like that I'm reposting these other videos from New Nation, whatever, but they would rather see, they were rather, you know, they want to hear from me directly. And I'm all for it. That's what I want to do. But I also want to make sure you guys that do come here get as much information as I can come with, and especially factual information. Unless I state it's fact and I have the proof to you, nothing I say is fact. It's all opinion and commentary. Okay? Now, there's lots of studying I've done. There are things that I could present factually about Bob Lazar, but nothing more than Jeremy or George or 100 other people have already done, you know, before me and will do after me, you know. But, you know, I base my opinions and commentary on stuff I'm seeing on YouTube. So I appreciate that comment. I don't remember your name. I'm sorry, you know, and I'm 60 and I got so much on my mind right now. Like, there's just a gazillion things that I'm trying to get done and I'm not getting them done. So anyways, I'm going to edit this right away and get this uploaded because, like I say, I put one up from News Nation, I think was just today. But, you know, it's been like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos since I did one of my own, so it's time for one of my own. So, okay, everyone. Well, thanks for coming. I appreciate you guys, especially wanting me to actually, you know, do videos of my own rather than doing the News Nation or CNN, whatever. It's all good because I love doing it. And if you want to help this channel out or my other channels, there's a Patreon, which you can join up and get exclusive material over there, like pictures and video I won't put up on YouTube, or can't, you know, for other reasons. And so there's patreon.com/ladfromthewoods, and of course there's links down in the description for PayPal and all that other stuff, and it helps me and the channels out. But what really helps me and the channels out is please like, share, and subscribe. That really, really helps. I'm not monetized, so I have to survive on whatever, you know, I can come up with on my own and whatever people send along. So, but, you know, the best way to get towards monetization, I guess I'm told, is, you know, get people to subscribe, like, and share, or whatever. You don't even have to share. Just please like subscribe and comment. Comment is, you know, I think more important than anything else, because I want to hear what you guys got to say. And especially if someone says, hey, you know, lad, I've studied this and you're right about this, but you're wrong about that, or you're totally wrong about that. I want to hear from you, because then you're educating me. And even if I go out and look for it and find, oh, well, he's kind of wrong or she's kind of wrong, or I find out half of it's good, I'm going to come back to you with it, you know, and say, okay, have a look at this. What do you think? And so I love the comments, believe me. Even if I don't answer them all, I won't answer any trolls or idiots or just guys being jack-off or girls being jack-offs. I won't answer you guys. You'll just get blocked if I have time, or I just won't answer. But cool people that have something to contribute, yeah, please do. So like I say, please like, yeah, they say please like, share, and subscribe, but please comment. Please like, comment, and subscribe. That's the one I like. So, okay, everyone, I think that's enough for now. We'll talk to you after. Everybody be good, be cool, be well. Okay? Bye.